WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning. It is 8:35 on Sunday, July the 21st. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning into Mountain News this morning, Weekend Edition. Well, 50 years ago yesterday, Neil Armstrong made history by becoming the first person to walk on the moon. Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins joined the mission. While Aldrin also walked on the moon, Collins stayed in orbit. It is a day many people will never forget. WYMT's Lauren McCord sat down with a few men who remember exactly where they were when this historical moment took place.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
50 years ago, millions of people watched as three men made history.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
A day so many will never forget.
I thought it was awesome.
Man, that was something to see, man. It was amazing, you know.
On July 16, 1969, a Saturn V rocket launched, starting Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins' journey to the moon.
Somehow we got a hold of a TV and was watching that.
Some thought they would not make it.
Never in my wildest dreams I think they could do that. But they did it.
You couldn't believe that it was happening, but you knew it was.
But when they landed just 4 days later,
We were all excited and we partied.
All the way to the moon and landed on it, went right back up and came back.
The Eagle has landed.
it became a moment that everyone would remember.
I was in Long Beach when I watched it.
I said, well, I'm up. I'm going to watch it. And check this out.
And now 50 years later, the same people who sat and watched history unfold
Technology, man, it's got to work. It's unbelievable.
We will go as far as we want to go.
believe that anything in this technological world is possible. In Perry County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
NASA has set its sight on returning to the moon by at least 2024. The 14th annual Hillbilly Christmas in July kicked off yesterday in Pikeville. You can bring your kids to the city park for free entertainment, inflatables, food, and more. This year, each child there will receive a Beanie Baby after one active community member's mother died. He wanted to honor her through her collection of the stuffed animals. Organizer Shelbra Bartley says it is an incredible feeling to watch each child's face as they receive one.
So all the children, you know, they're sorting through, and it's just their eyes just light up, and it's a great day.
Officials spent more than $3,000 on toys to give out this year. Usually more than 500 people packed the park. If you did not have the chance to go yesterday, Hillbilly Christmas in July continues today. Your time is 8:38 on this Sunday morning, so let's send it on over to meteorologist Kelly McShane for a breakdown of what to expect. And Kelly, we can't expect not as bad of temperatures as we saw yesterday and Friday, right?
Yes, that is exactly right, and I am super excited about that, and I bet all air conditioners across eastern Kentucky are also pretty excited about that. Going ahead and taking a look on top of Buffalo Mountain this morning, we are looking at crystal clear blue skies, partly cloudy skies throughout the region, though. You can see here on satellite and radar. Eastern Kentucky, we are dry for now. A few showers popping up into central Kentucky between Lexington and Louisville, but overall, we are starting off pretty dry. However, as we head throughout the afternoon, that will change a little bit, but temperatures around the region off to a pretty warm start so far. Lower 70s into the Cumberland Valley region, mid to upper 70s into the Big Sandy, but overall temperatures going to get into the mid 80s by this afternoon. And if you're heading out on the roads, we do have a little bit of patchy fog, but otherwise mostly to partly cloudy skies. And then heading into the afternoon, watch out for some heavy rainfall on the roadways because we are expecting showers and storms to enter into the forecast. So I will keep an eye on that, and I will have that full forecast in a little bit. Will.
All righty, Kelly, we'll be back with you. Thank you, ma'am. Well, Britain's foreign minister says Iran is on a dangerous path after it seized an oil tanker and has summoned Iran's top diplomat. An Iranian state news agency has released a video that apparently shows troopers capturing the British flagged ship. David Martin spoke with the top U.S. military commander in the Middle East.
We were traveling with General Frank McKenzie in Afghanistan when those two British tankers were seized. He told CBS News exactly what happened. The first ship was flying a British flag as it passed through the Strait of Hormuz at the mouth of the Persian Gulf.
She was fired upon, subsequently boarded, taken under Iranian custody, and is now deep in Iranian territorial waters.
The second British tanker was flying a Liberian flag.
The Iranians boarded her. We believe they searched for British persons, found none, and then eventually allowed her to continue her voyage.
3 hours later, an American flag cargo ship, the Maersk Chicago, went through the strait with what McKenzie called iron overhead, meaning F-18 jet fighters flying air cover. The Iranians left it alone. The U.S. now has destroyers stationed at either end of the strait.
Do those destroyers have orders to intervene if they see another ship hijacking?
They would only do so in the case of a U.S. flagged vessel coming under attack.
After that interview, McKenzie canceled the rest of his visit to Afghanistan and flew to Qatar on the Persian Gulf to deal with this latest incident. David Martin, CBS News, Al Udeid Air Base, Qatar.
Now, people are paying their respects in Kyoto, Japan, following deadly arson attacks that left dozens of people dead and injured at a famous anime studio. The death toll in Kyoto's arson attack has risen from 33 to 34, according to Kyoto Prefectural Police, who spoke to CNN Saturday. The suspect at the center of Japan's worst mass killing in more than 20 years told police that his work was plagiarized and that he used gasoline to torch the renowned Kyoto Animation Studio. A genetics expert retained by the family of an Italian girl who went missing in 1983 said on Saturday a cavernous underground space near a Vatican cemetery holds thousands of bones which appear to be from dozens of individuals, both adult and non-adult. The expert said the enormous size of the collection under the Teutonic College was revealed when the Vatican-appointed experts began cataloging the remains, which were discovered last week. Well, fast fashion retailer Zara is going greener. Its parent company, Inditex, announced all of the cotton, linen, and polyester used by Zara will be organic, sustainable, or recycled by 2025. The Spanish retail company said the goal will extend to its other brands. They include Zara Home, Pull, and Bear, and Bershka. The company also plans to reduce carbon emissions, save energy, and minimize waste at all of its Zara stores by the end of the year. Well, Tennessee's version of Jurassic Park, thankfully these won't bite. A homeowner added some interesting yard art, a bunch of dinosaurs to be exact. The creatures are full size and are placed all over the property. The home is in the town of Bellevue, just west of Nashville. It is owned by George Bodecker, the founder of the Crocs Shoe Company. His executive assistant says there are a total of 4 dinosaurs on the property. It is attracting some attention, but neighbors say they don't mind.
It's a fun little place for people to come take pictures with their kids and just look at them. They're fun.
Bodecker's executive assistant says her boss is doing this just to make people happy. She added he's already bought more dinosaur figures and they are currently on their way to the property. Well, millions of people across the country are facing sweltering temperatures, with the majority of the country in the middle of a dangerous, potentially record-breaking heat wave. Escaping to the AC is not just a nicety, it is at this point can be a safety issue. But for one woman in Kansas City, it was not an option until her mail carrier stepped in. As Sharifa Jackson found out, Lovey Weekly just got a special delivery she will never forget.
It makes me feel overwhelming. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful.
It's an unlikely friendship that began just weeks ago.
I've been delivering for 3 weeks, so.
Yep. And that's about it, too.
With a simple switch to Christy Zonter's normal mailing route.
I walked up to her, and you know, when you walk up to someone's house, you can feel the air coming out. And I couldn't feel the air. It was hot in her house. So I asked her, do you have air conditioning? And she said, no, honey, that broke years ago.
That encounter early Wednesday morning is what prompted Christy to spring into action.
The minute I left her house, I went to the barber shop. I went to a couple of the other neighbors' houses and just told them, you know, we got to get this lady an air conditioner.
And it didn't take long for the message to spread. Within hours, a nearby neighbor, Rick, calling his pastor at Grandview Park Presbyterian Church, who donated a window air unit left sitting in storage.
We talked and brought the air conditioner in, and I put it in the window, installed it.
It's a community effort, and Kind Act Lovey Weekly says she's only seen on TV.
I appreciate it very much. I'm very thankful.
I know you are.
As she feels the cool air blow through her bedroom window. After a few rough years in and out of the hospital, Lovey says she's happy for her new friendships and just happy to be home.
I've been in and out, back and forth all year, last year, 2018. And this is 2019. I'm thanking God I finally made it home.
It only takes a few minutes to do something that can change a person's life. Remember that. Now, Xanter and her neighbors say they're not done helping Weekly yet. Right now, they are working to try and get a ramp built so she can go outside in her wheelchair. Well, coming up on Mountain News this morning, Weekend Edition, a new study finds nearly 1 in 20 hospital patients are affected by preventable harm.
Well, we are saying goodbye to the dangerous heat, but hello to widespread rain chances. I'll have the latest details on what we can expect coming up next.